Alright, so I'm going to pull the rad hoses off the top and one off the bottom and the transmission lines, and then this rad should come out in a matter of minutes. Alright, do you know what today is? Better check to see if the mic is on. The fucking mic is on. Today is fucking beer time Monday. All those fucking stupid Miller High Lifes are gone. Back to the PBR. Okay, this week I'm going to start off and we're going to rebuild the cooling system in the Jeep. New heater hoses. I replaced the rad hoses last year. And we're going to put in a full aluminum 3-core rad. And somebody had mentioned before on one of my threads, does the 3-row cool better than the single row or vice versa? I really don't have an answer for you right now. Once I put the 3-row rad in and drive it, I'll be able to give you a good honest answer. But right now we're going to pull this rad out because it's got the aluminum core with the plastic side. So we're going to get rid of that and then use it as a backup. Oh, fucking beer burps. But first off, let's get ready. Let's drain the fucking coolant and let's get this shit on the road. Okay, we got to disconnect the battery now. And of course I grabbed the wrong fucking wrench. Alright, I'm going to replace the battery cables. I already got the negative off. I'm just going to pull the positive off. And of course it's a different size than the other one. Alright, I just pulled the rad out and it probably took like about 20 minutes. The first time I did it, it was kind of a shit show because I've never taken it out before. So a lot of things I didn't know what to do better. Like for example, if you pop that coolant tank out, once that coolant tank's popped out, you'd be able to access that fuck off bolt a little bit easier, the one I had trouble with the first time, if you ever saw that video. And if you remove your fan in the shroud, it is a lot easier to get the rad out. I thought I was taking a shortcut in that video by leaving the fan on and just like loosen the bolts for the shroud, pull it aside, and then I ended up like loosening the sides for this and it became a shit show. But you know, that's one of the things that there's many ways to do a job. You just got to figure out your own way of like doing it. So that was my way of doing it. Second time I was like, fuck that, I ain't doing that again. And I totally redid it a different way. Alright, this is where I'm sitting at right now. I got the alternator off, the alternator bracket off because I need to get a new pulley. That one's pretty much shot. I got that spare alternator on the ground I'm going to put on. That one was the one that was on it because I know that one works. Putting in a new thermostat, putting in a new water pump. We're gonna do the power steering cooler. Shit's getting fucking real now. Alright, at the end of today, this is where I stand. I got the water pump in, thermostat in, new heater hoses. I got the alternator off. Fuck. Tomorrow we're gonna take another good chunk out of this. Well, it's Wednesday. Let's see if we can bang this off. I got the shroud back on. And the fan's back on, and we gotta throw the aluminum radiator in there, bolt it all down. If we can start filling it full of coolant after we get the hoses back on. So let's get that back together right now. With a good bearing, it rolls smooth, doesn't roll rough or fast like the other one did. And now we'll put new bearings in this one. We'll put that one back on too. Alright, this alternator came with the engine when I had originally bought it. So we're going to stick it in and see if this alternator works or not. We're going to find out pretty soon. Sometimes when it's being a stubborn little cunt, you need to put a fucking lineup bar in there just to get the holes aligned. What makes it nice is that you can actually replace the bearing in this one, where in this one here you can't, so that's kind of a shit show. It's time to have some motherfucking PBR. Cheers. Alright, the aluminum rad is in and it's all buttoned up. Doesn't seem to be any leaks. Not yet anyways. Coolant is still going down slowly. It'll really go down once I fire it up. But I think it's fucking beer time now. Getting that in deserves a motherfucking beer. Oh yeah, PBR. I've got the old battery cables on the floor. Got some brand new ones right here to stick these bitches in. Holy shit. I am one project away from being mechanically done unless something else happens. And that's to hook up the negative side. And then new battery cables. New rad, water pump, thermostat, starter, power steering cooler. Holy shit. Holy shit, we're almost fucking done. Alright, I just got the Jeep over there and the FedEx guy came. And I got another parcel. Let's see what it is. Holy fucking beer time. Alright. Yeah, just when you think the job is going too good, Jeep's gotta fuck you and put a Torx in there, those cocksuckers. Holy fuck, where'd the time go? My neighbor came over and we're drinking this black ice, 6.1%. Fucking ghetto in the back alley. Alright, it's the end of the week and it's fucking beer time. Today was a long day. I drove the 600 kilometers. I needed to finish the braking for the gears. Went to the skywalk in Jasper, which was fucking insane. So, we're gonna answer a few of people's questions now, the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of people ask, what can they do to make their Jeep better on fuel mileage? There really is nothing you can do to make it better. Honest to God, like I have a tuner. I did the gearing. I did everything I possibly could, like engine modifications. Everything I could that I thought that would make the engine work a little bit more efficiently. No, not a chance. Jeep, there's no way. There's no salvaging it. It's a pig on gas. Like I went from a 3.73 ratio with 31-inch tires to a 4.56 on 33s, and it brought the power back up, but didn't bring the fuel mileage up. Which I'm going to talk to you guys about. When I did the research for the Jeep, because I want to run 33-inch tires, what kind of gears I want to run. A lot of the research I did, a lot of people are saying the 4.56 is an excellent gear to use. And I saw so many people post that it's a great gear to use, tons of power, everything else. And I came to the conclusion that all those people who are posting that live on flat ground. If I'm driving my Jeep on a flat surface, fuck, it's got real good power. And when I took it through the mountains today, like up and over the mountaintop, it was a fucking slug. Just to give you an example, driving to my destination, the Columbia Skywalk, the bottom of the valley where the mountains are, it was green, it was like just lightly raining. Going up the mountain, it started to like rain a little bit more, and the farther up you got, you start seeing more and more snow. We got to the top of the mountain, it was like almost a fucking blizzard. Roads like covered in snow. It's snowing like mad. There's like 4-foot snowbanks, and it's probably, the elevation was probably, I don't know, I'd say about 7,000, 8,000 feet, whatever. And the fucking Jeep was a total slug climbing up the mountain. Total slug. Now, if I would have had a standard transmission, obviously it would have been a little bit better because I'd have control of my gears. But the problem is that you really need to make a custom tune for it. Like the Banks programmer I got, it's got like your basic tunes, but I would like to move my shift points, like my last 2 gears. I would like to have them rev like an extra 300-400 RPM more before they shifted. And I think that would make overall a huge difference in like power. Because if you're going up a fucking hill, if I was revving at like 25, 26, I'd be right in that fucking power band, and I'd just be able to go up the hill without, otherwise right now I'm at like 21, 22, and then I start coming up the hill and I gotta shift it down and it shifts up to 27. But I guess, you know, 400 RPM would make a huge difference in fuel too, so I don't know. All I'm saying is on a flat ground, Jeeps are perfect. Climbing up a fucking mountain, they're goddamn slug. As far as issues, the only issue I had after putting everything back together that I found was one of my tranny lines came loose, and I was like 300 and some kilometers from home, and it was leaking. And I was such in a hurry to get going this morning because I wanted to leave early. I didn't bring any fucking tools. No fucking tools. I have like no cell phone service, no nothing. My transmission line's leaking. I used a fucking quarter. Had a quarter in my pocket, get it on the clamp, and I managed to tighten up a little bit to stop it from leaking, and fucking, yeah, got me home. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my beer, go inside. I got a lot of fucking video to download and start editing. Tomorrow I'm gonna start changing the oil in the diffs and examining my gears, see how the braking went and see how the wear pattern is, and go from there. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. You guys, I hope you guys had a great weekend. It's fucking beer time, and fucking let's go. Oh yeah. Talk to you guys later.